I've talked about this year's Big Brother, and I've talked about how I don't understand what people are thinking inside the house. Yes, I'm not talking about football today. We'll talk about football again in other videos. I want to talk a little bit about Big Brother. So, um, Nicole's realizing she got played, and the look on her face from inside the house says she knows she got played. They had a choice between keeping Tommy or not keeping Tommy last week, and they decided we're gonna kick Tommy out of the house. Jackson promised a final three deal with Cliff and Nicole, and that he'd send Holly home. I don't understand what the hell. How in the world? How? See, to me, Jackson deserves $500,000 for that alone. That they believed him. So what's going on in the house? And of course, spoiler alert. Tonight we're going to see it happen. Cliff's going to get booted out, and then you just have three people left, and there you go. You are down to the end of the game, and you'd have Nicole, Jackson, and Holly. And it's going to be Jackson and Holly in the final two. Does it really matter who gets the $500,000 because they're a couple and they're happy together? And it's one of those things that all year we've watched as people get played, and we watched as Nicole and Cliff seemed to be playing a smart game. The problem was they were planning to take Jackson and Holly to the final four. And, when I would talk about it in videos on here, I had people saying, don't worry, the mental competitions are coming up and Jackson Mickey is going to fall apart in those. He's still there and he's going to win the game. So this is one of those things where I think if they had kept Tommy, then you have a situation where Cliff and Nicole and Tommy likely would have been your final three, and Holly would have been the one getting voted out. And then final three, anything can happen. But because this is the Big Brother house, you got to have somebody every year. Somebody gets duped, somebody gets hosed, and it feels like once that Grateful Alliance fell apart, it's like Jackson had a game plan that worked, and when he was getting called out for it, or when people saw through it, they're the ones going out the door. So, we'll see if he ends up winning it. We'll see if Holly gets votes. We'll see if Nicole somehow ends up in the final two. I don't see how that's going to happen, but we've seen some strange things happen to Big Brother. And if Nicole was to somehow end up in the final two, I honestly would think she'd get the votes. But the one thing for Cliff, he goes home tonight. He likely gets America's Player, where you get the cash bonus for being voted America's favorite. And so he'd have to have that as a consolation prize. Not a bad consolation prize. I think it's 50 grand that you get as America's Player. I can't remember if it's 50 or 100. I think it's 50 grand. But yeah, so I just wanted to talk about and touch on that because I've talked about it on this channel before. I also wanted to talk about a change made to YouTube, and I haven't talked about it on either of my channels, but I want to talk about it a bit. As somebody, this is my job where I talk about various topics related to hockey on the main channel, and then here I talk about various entertainment things, and recently football, because that seems to get a lot of traction. That being said, this week's power rankings have had a lot less traction than last week's. And as I've stated before, if there's view counts, there's interest, and it generates revenues, then that's where the interest will go. That's how the hockey channel started. Was, this video got views and it got interest. Okay, that's where my interest needs to go. That's where I need to put my energies. So if the football starts dying off in terms of interest and the view counts aren't there, then I'll have to, basically make changes to things. And we'll see how much the power rankings go, how long the power rankings go for, and how much time I put into them from week to week if there's just not the interest there. But I want to talk about changes being made with YouTube, and I know anytime you talk about changes made with the way things work with YouTube, you can get demonetized and all that stuff. Hoping it doesn't happen in this case. If it does, that's fine. So they changed a while ago over to a brand new control panel, like dashboard setup for those of us who are creators. I don't like it. I don't. I think it is far less user friendly. You can tell that somebody sat down and coded the hell out of it. Oh, this is going to be all this upgrade. Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. We got to upgrade this. Everything's going to get upgraded. And I thought, did anybody really complain that much about the dashboard? Because what I like about the old dashboard, and I'm still using it, I'm using it until the day they take it away from me, which is coming very soon. What I like the old dashboard is everything's really easy. It's 1 or 2 clicks away. Everything that I want to do is 1 or 2 clicks away. And they're gradually taking that away and forcing everybody over to the new dashboard, which takes longer to load, and it's a bit of a beast to navigate for me anyways, and I don't really like it. And then what they rolled out this past week that a lot of people have been talking about is abbreviated subscriber counts. So it was, if a channel had 1,250,363 subscribers, you would see that. Now they just drop it so that you see, I think it's 1.2 million is what you'd see. On my main channel, I have 121,000 showing publicly to everybody else. I know I can see the numbers 121,766, I think is where it's at right now. But until it hits 122,000, it won't show that. Until this channel hits 10,000, it's not going to show anywhere near that when you look at the subscriber numbers. So what drives me nuts is when asked about this, YouTube said that creators worry too much and there's too much stress with creators about their numbers. So they've made it so they're just going to round it so they don't have to worry. Now, I understand that this whole cancel culture thing, it may help that, where people are like, hey, look, I made their subscriber count go down. Hey, look, everybody unsubscribe. Look, their subscriber count dropped by 300 today. And there are certainly channels I've watched that have lost subscribers that I've tracked day by day and gone, wow, look at that. But as a creator, I like being able to go on Social Blade and say, okay, I gained, 80 subscribers yesterday, or oh, I only gained 20 subscribers yesterday. So what did I talk about? Okay, that's not generating casual viewers to come in, or maybe it was a slow day. On this channel, I've been looking at the growth and looking at what's going on with the channel and where that traffic comes from. And Social Blade helps. Now, what this does is it cuts Social Blade off at the knees. And it does not prevent me as a creator from knowing my number. So if they want to prevent my stress level from going up, that doesn't work. The only equivalent I can think of is it's sort of like, hey, you stress all the time over running out of gas, right? Well, we took your gas gauge away. Now you can just drive. Yeah. That's the best, because if you're going to stress over your numbers, this isn't going to help. I can still see on my phone the exact number, and I can see on the brand new dashboard my exact number. On the old dashboard, it rounds down. It doesn't show me the exact number. They don't want me on the old dashboard. Get off the old dashboard. Why are you on the old dashboard? And they're like I said, it is definitely something that's easier to use with the old dashboard. And I don't know very many people that, if anybody, that I've ever talked to who said, you know what annoys me? Exact numbers. I don't like knowing exact numbers. I hate it when I know exactly how many subscribers a YouTuber has. And they're saying they want it to be consistent across platforms. It isn't. And I say that as somebody who, I can check my numbers on my phone, I can check my numbers on my computer, and they would be different. And I go, okay, and I would get an idea over which one was likely more accurate. But the difference wasn't a lot. It was not a large difference. It was like 5 or 6 or maybe 10 subscribers different. And so I would just go, okay, so I guess that's my number. It never stressed me out. They're still not the same between my phone and my computer. So all they did was go, hey, we'll just make sure that nobody can see exactly what the number is. Now you're not stressed anymore. What? Hey, Coach, we noticed you were getting really mad on the sidelines here. So what we did was we went ahead and put on the scoreboard zeros. So don't worry about it. That way you can't know the score. That way you're not going to look so stressed over it. It looks like you got a vein in your forehead that's going to pop. Like, I don't understand. Like, so, and what this reminds me of is when I used to work at a call center and they would be rolling out some new kind of a software patch. And I would say, why are they doing this? They came up with new software. Why? It's what they do. How is this better? Well, see, they code, and it would be that there was some new kind of interface some new kind of coding that they were using, and I'd be like, yeah, but how does that help anybody but them? So I always kind of felt like there were times where, and sometimes that would impact a customer who's calling in and going, why was this change made? And I would have to bite my tongue when I would say, well, the guys in development have to keep their jobs. You know, you make it so that something's really good, right? You make something really excellent. But if you make it so nobody ever has to fix it, your boss can come through and go, hey, you guys are in research and development, right? Well, everything's working really great, so we're going to let you guys go. We'll call you back when something gets screwed up, or we're going to cut your hours. So I've always looked at stuff like this where there's an upgrade that I don't understand why there's this upgrade, why there's this huge upgrade, and thought, I guess there's a developer somewhere that had to come up with something. And again, you know, I would have that argument with people where it would be, okay, we're changing the software. And they'd show me, and they'd have this big presentation, take like half an hour. And I'd be thinking, all right, well, at least I'm getting paid to sit in here. And I'd listen to their presentation and be like, but why? And their eyes would glass over like nobody had asked them that question. Everybody else just went, good presentation, guys. All right, that's great. Sounds good. And I'd be like, but why are we doing this? Well, because we came up with this new, you click on this, and then you type in your password, and then it goes into this, and then you got all this access to all this other stuff. But why? Well, because all of this is going to work. Did anybody ask for that? Like this morning I get up, and my computer's rebooted and done a Windows update. It's this big cumulative Windows update. I don't need any of the crap they installed. And again, it's telling me, you want Cortana? And I'm like, no. And it's like, are you sure? No, I don't need it. Okay, I don't. Do you want it to work with your voice? No, I don't need my computer. I don't have any need for this. And then Windows Edge, where's Microsoft Edge? I disabled it and deleted it. It's gone. Where reinstalled? No, don't reinstall it. And then when I booted up my computer and I finally got past all this crap, and I clicked on the camera software that I use to record videos, it went to the one that's installed in the laptop rather than the nice camera that I have, because whenever I do a Windows update, it immediately re-enables all the old crap and makes it the default. I have to go into my device manager, which is so much more of a pain to find in the new Windows than it was in, say, XP. XP is just click, click, done. Oh, what's this going on? I'll just go into device manager. Boom, boom, done. And it's not that, oh, Shannon's getting old. No, they've made it so that something that was 2 clicks away is now like 4. And it's buried. I know they used to talk about, when I worked, again, call center, and they talk about, we want to get rid of DOS. It's really important to get rid of DOS. And I'm like, why? And that was always a question. I was like, but why? We want to get rid of disks. Why? Why don't you want people to have a physical copy of software? Or everything should be online. And when the internet goes down, and then again, eyes glass over. I know. Internet, information superhighway, we're all super connected. You've got to be online all the time. I just enjoy people not being in my business and being able to do things offline. That makes me the crazy one. So there you go. If you're wondering about why sub counts are rounded down, it's likely because somebody somewhere said, they're going to cut my hours. I know what. I can code this. People are stressed. I'm going to code this, and I'm going to fix a problem that doesn't exist. And that's what's happening. But when I see people saying silly things like, oh, it makes it easier to go to Twitch, just stop. Just stop. Twitch has got its own issues. There's all kinds of things going on over there, too. It's just stop. Stop it. But there you go. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you're a creator that has enjoyed the brand new setup, the brand new dashboard, and if you do feel less stress not seeing your exact sub counts, which you can easily, let me know in the comment section below. I don't doubt that there are YouTubers who deal with stress on a daily basis, and it's an actual real issue. I don't think this fixes it. But I'd be interested to know your thoughts. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And hey, thank you guys so much for watching and for all your support. Almost 10,000 subscribers on this channel. It's getting close. It's about 500 away. So it's within shouting distance. As long as the subscriber counts are there, and as long as the view counts are there, videos will be here. And, well, videos are going to be here anyways. We're going to the Ghost concert tomorrow night, so there will be a review on this channel after we go to the Ghost concert. And that's in Vancouver. And there's other stuff going on, too, where we're going to be doing reviews and stuff. We being my wife and myself. But that's in upcoming weeks. So thank you guys so much for all your support. I'll talk to you again soon.